Hi everyone, I'm the plant propagator and welcome to my channel. I am so excited today because I've got some first blooms that I want to share with you, and I think some of them are pretty special. It is 84 degrees here in early November in Southwest Florida, which is 29 degrees centigrade. So what I want to do is share with you some of my new blooms, but before that I want to go over a bloom that was a repeat bloomer that I shared with you previously, and that is right here. If I could drag this guy down. So I shared this with you last time. This is a Brassavola Mayaka stars, and it's got little tiny blooms, but a lot of them, a real vigorous grower, a nice plant. I share with you that I didn't really like it that much because it is because the blooms are so small, and I didn't have any fragrance on that. And as a result of that comment, I had a number of people say, "Oh, you've got to change your mind. You've got to do this. You've got to do that." And one of the suggestions was I got actually a text from an orchid growing colleague late at night telling me to go out and smell this guy. And it wasn't that late. It was only 9 p.m., maybe 10 p.m. Told me to go out and smell this guy at night because the pollinators, I was told, are attracted to the plant at night, and that's when you get the most fragrance. So I went out and smelled this, and I was really pleasantly surprised. Honeysuckle. I smelled honeysuckle. Don't smell it now, but I smelled it at night, and so and I can change my mind about things. So I like this plant a lot more now that I know that it's fragrant. And as a result of this, also what you can probably see them blowing in the wind. I have tags on 3 flowers on this. So I pollinated 3 flowers because there's so many of them. And it's nice to see, or not, that the flowers actually are starting to fade very quickly, which suggests a successful cross. Now, I'm not sure if any of these are going to go. The flowers are fading, they're declining, and I crossed them all, though, with large, fragrant Cattleya flowers. So we'll see what happens. And these are small flowers, and then I had Pollinia from big flowers, so I had to shove them up in there in the stigmatic surface, and it looks like it worked. So I'm anxious to see if I get anything out of this. I don't know whether I will or not, but I just wanted to share this with you because there is fragrance associated with this that I had to smell at night, which I wasn't expecting. And again, it's a classical honeysuckle smell, and I appreciate that, and I can change my mind. I can listen to things, and I'm leaning more towards liking this plant a lot more now, and especially if I get some successful crosses off of this, I'll be even more happy with it. Anyway, so I just wanted to bring one of the stars back, Mayaka stars, into this video today. Let's move on to the new blooms that I have that also happens to be another orchid with a star in the name. And this is a first bloom. I don't want to knock any of the flowers off of this guy, but this is this plant right here. And this is a first bloom for me, and I'm seeing, and I got other blooms coming out of this, other bloom spikes. They're in sheath, but this is a big Cattleya flower, and I picked this up. I just looked. This is called Rlc Star of Cam, apricot glow, and so this is another star name flower. Star of Siam, which means that this is another from Thailand. From Thailand. I have a lot of orchids where the breeders come from or are in Thailand. A lot of the orchid flasking work is done in Thailand. There's some real big flaskers over there, and this is a great plant. I picked this up at RF Orchids. I think, let's see, I think I picked this up maybe about a year ago. Big, vigorous plant, nice bloom. It's got some fragrance. It's got some really nice fragrance associated with it. It's still a little early. The flowers only opened up maybe a couple of days ago. But, you know, vigorous plant, nice blooms, and we have more sheaths. It's hard to tell. This might be, this is a real thick flower, and the petal and the leaves are really thick. This may be a tetraploid, I'm not sure. And it's really hard to see if there's any more blooms down. Now, there's not one in that one, but I've got two more that there may be blooms down in there. But I'm pretty happy with this plant. Another star flower. I guess I haven't named anything with a star in it yet, but a lot of the orchids, what I'm seeing is they have star names associated with this, with the plant. But this is a, you know, Star of Siam, which is an indicator that it's from Thailand, and I looked it up, and it is. There's a lot of similar ancestry. I guess, where's the River Kwai Pink that's back here? A lot of similar ancestors between the River Kwai Pink and the Star of Siam. So it's interesting, again, big flowers. And when you have a lot of this when you have this in the orchid world, there is a lot of similar ancestry between a lot of these plants. But, you know, again, nice, nice flower. It's just really pretty, with the you know, the yellow throat. No flaring in the petals, but still, this is a really nice, sturdy flower on a really vigorous plant. So that's my first bloom on this. So I'm really happy with that the flowers turned out so nice with the first bloom. Okay, let's move on. My second and last first bloom is one that it took a long time to get the first bloom on. And so that is this guy right here. So this is my first bloom on a Walkeriana. So this is a Cattleya Walkeriana cross, and this came to me. I'm looking at it because this bloomed a few days ago, and when it first opened, there wasn't much, if any, pink in the petals, but now it looks like I'm starting to get a little bit of a tinge in the petals. Nice lip. I got this directly from Fred Clarke. So this is a Fred Clarke hybrid, and I got it directly from him when he visited my town and gave a talk. And I asked him, I said, Fred, I want something that's fragrant, and he gave me this, and he gave me, I don't know where it is, a Kayaguchi. So he gave me two, he says, these are fragrant. The Kayaguchi bloomed last year. This is the first bloom. This was 2 years ago. So he gave me a seedling 2 years ago, and I finally got my first single bloom on it. What I'm waiting for, and it opened, maybe yesterday it opened, so it's still early in the bloom. It's a big, sturdy flower, and I'm starting to get just a hint of fragrance at this point. So I'm pretty happy with it. I can't wait to see what kind of fragrance develops from this plant. And like I said, my first Walkeriana, it's been growing. I've had it for 2 years. It's slow growing. It's done really well. There's more you know, a lot more pseudobulbs coming out on this, and it took me from the seedling. It took, like I said, I got this 2 years ago, and it took me 2 years to get the first flower on this. I took a picture of this and sent the picture of this flower to Fred, and Fred is with Sunset Valley Orchids, as I hope you know. He answers emails really quickly. He's very efficient. He's very good, very knowledgeable. And I contacted him because I looked at the parents of this, and I'll put the parents on the screen. And I've got it on the tag here, if I can get the tag out. So this is a Walkeriana SVO Whopper times a Cattleya Walkeriana, the chairman. And so this is a cross of two Walkerianas, both of which are pink. And then what happened is what I got out of this was a semi-alba. And this kind of surprised me, so I contacted Fred. I sent him a picture of this bloom last night, and I said, is this something that's expected or unexpected? And Fred, he answered right away. He's fast. He answered right away, and he said it's not unusual. He was hoping for it, and it's not unusual with this to cross two pinks, I guess because he knows, you know, the background of the parents of this. They're both Fred Clarke. The parents are both Fred Clarke hybrids, and they're awarded, and so he knew he was starting with good material, and he knows the genetics on it, and he says it's not unusual to get a semi-alba out of that. He also said that I should take this for judging, which I'm not going to do. He said that to me a few times. It's a beautiful flower, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Single flower, small plant, and so I'm going to wait on this. But overall, I'm happy with it. I can't wait for the fragrance to develop a little bit more. And this right now is it's a great plant, and like I said, I'm happy to have it. All right, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did and you want to keep on seeing my videos, it would help me out if you can click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. All right, that's all I have for today. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and happy propagating.